Welcome to the first episode of NizeDat.
NizeDat, fam.
NizeDat.
Yo, Perry, shut up. You can't sing. I'm your host, Pupino Duro. Alongside me, Perry Jean, Mukhtar Isaac, and Jaylon Williams.
It's good.
Yo, Perry, you try to land the record, with that one, bro?
Fam, you know what? At the end of the day, they hated on Michael Jordan. They hate on me. It just means we're on the path to greatness.
I'd like to stop you right there.
NizeDat, bro.
Name and Michael Jordan in the same sentence.
NizeDat.
We have a lot in common. We're both black. We're both hated on, and we both perform at a high level.
I said we're both black.
Yo, how many people hate on you, Perry? Like, you going through something?
What did you just do? You hated on this voice. You didn't even let me hit a 4-bar. You just hated on that one.
Yo, the floor is yours.
Nah, you already discouraged me.
Michael Jordan would have get.
Okay, move on.
With Jaylon,
oh my God, yo,
and Perry Jean 21.
Yo, I ain't gonna lie.
Right away.
Yo, I ain't feeling that. I ain't feeling that.
It's not Braille. You don't need to feel it.
Yo, I hate this guy so much.
We got a show for you guys today. We're gonna be talking about should the Sixers trade for James Harden, because James Harden is expressing that he still wants to be traded, even though he got his third point guard that he wanted in 3 years. LeBron James came out and said that he won the two hardest championships in history. One being in 2016 when he played the Warriors, and the one in 2020 in the bubble. Kyrie Irving, had some comments that he said about LeBron, and LeBron came out and said that he was hurt about it. We're going to discuss that. And then we're going to play a fun little game where the boys are going to pick two players off the ESPN top 100 players who were disrespected. But first, I want to talk about Perry's boy, Paul George, signing a new contract, getting that money.
Parental
4
guidance.
years, $190 million, or it could be a 5-year, 226. So how do we feel about Mr. Moneybags getting his money? Yo, Perry, Perry, you take it away. It's your boy. Defend him, if you're gonna defend him.
Anybody who wants to say it wasn't well deserved is validated in their opinion. But that's only if you look at it from the what have you done for him lately type perspective. If we look at what Paul George has been able to do, the numbers he's been able to produce, I think the contract is justified. Do I think he's slightly overpaid? Perhaps. We can only see this year. But get your money, young king. If I'm given the opportunity to sign for however much he signed for, I'm signing. And if it's to play in an NBA game, being out of shape or whatever, you're going to see me shooting as many air balls on the side of the backboard as I need to shoot. Get your money, young king. The money is forever. Those stats and highlights, they're going to be drowned out by other things.
Let's just take in that Perry compared himself to Michael Jordan at the beginning of the show. Jaylon, what do you got to say to Perry?
Greatness recognizes greatness.
Could you repeat the question for me, please?
So the question is basically, does Paul George deserve this money? That's
okay. See, that's what I thought I heard. The correct answer is no. He did not deserve that type of money. Anybody who hits the side of the backboard after blowing a 3-1 lead does not deserve max money.
While blowing it.
Those two events were simultaneous.
Paul George should have gone to the Clippers and asked them if he could play for free. He should have reimbursed them for the last year.
Jaylon coming in with that heat.
And he should have apologized to Steve Ballmer. He should definitely apologize to Doc Rivers. He should apologize to that entire fan base because it's disrespectful for him to sit down there and tell his agent, please ask them to pay me that amount of money, to pay me more than $30 million a year. So I would like parental guidance to be arrested. He's a felon. He's a felon. This is robbery. This is armed robbery. And I would like him to be arrested.
So for those of you who don't know, just to give you some context, Jalen refuses to call Paul George. He makes the PG stand for parental guidance until parental guidance balls out and proves to Jalen that he deserves to be called Paul George. Mukhtar, what do you got to say about this?
Well, as it pertains to NBA contracts, in my opinion, you're worth what you can negotiate. And he got the bag. So if you can convince them to give you $226 million, by all means, sign that contract, because you're stupid if you don't. As in regards to him deserving it or not, he's a star player in the league. Star players get paid max contracts, and unfortunately, the Clippers mortgaged their whole future. They gave away the next 10 years of their draft. So they had to either re-sign Paul George or Kawhi, and they got one of them now, so they had to do it. So
it's going to be interesting to see what happens with Kawhi. Perry, do you got anything to defend your boy because he's getting roasted?
I'm really happy that you asked that, Bina. Now, I have one person I need to call out in this universe. Jalen Williams. And I'm going to tell you why. This man got a haircut and thinks that he can act up in any way he wants to. But that's not how life works.
It's not my fault I'm sweet. It's not my fault I'm sweet.
You see, I think you're a word that rhymes with sweet that starts with a B. So now, what we're supposed to do is we're supposed to keep that same energy. So you need to NizeDat, because where was this energy when Gordon Hayward was fleecing the Hornets? Where was this energy? Because no one said he should have. No one called him a felon. No one called him a felon. And now, if you're going to equate the fact that Gordon Hayward, if you're going to equate the fact that Gordon Hayward is overpaid, call him a felon, and then compare him to Paul George, I think that's blasphemous. Gordon Hayward was fourth option.
Can I answer?
And he negotiated. No. And he negotiated $30 million being a fourth option. Paul George is the second option, and the reason why everybody thinks that he played poorly, I think he played poorly, is that he did not play up to the expectations. We expect him to be great. He was paid. He was compensated accordingly.
So he played poorly because he didn't play up to his expectations.
Yeah, that's why you deem it a poor performance. Caruso has his stats. You say he had a great series.
No, we
didn't.
You
compare Caruso to Paul George.
Perry. You need to apologize to me, because not once did I say Gordon Hayward's contract was deserved. I even went as far as to tweet that Gordon Hayward should be arrested, and so should his agent. Corbino Duro and Mukhtar Isaac both follow me on Twitter. They can attest to this. I said they both need to be arrested, and his agent needs to be in the Hall of Fame.
I can concur.
Because they robbed Charlotte. So don't you ever sit there and come here with the blasphemous, disrespectful comments that you did. How dare you? Corbino, take it.
Vetoed. Moving on, Bina.
Wait, Perry, you don't want an apology?
Bro, J-Lo, look at him sulking. This is what a big kid does when he's wrong. There you go. Have you ever been to a grade 6 classroom? This is prime example of a